Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Sachet Kofi. Anywhere you see me, just call me.
Take that, rewind it back.
The sachet water wahala. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the sachet water wahala. Don't get missing. Just hold my hands. Let's get to it. The National Association of Sachet and Packaged Water Producers, that's PAWAP, that's what I call it. They announced that they intend to increase sachet water. They intend to increase the prices because of a global polymer shortage. Now, this is partly linked to a current tension in Iran. Yes, we all know what Iran is going through now. And Iran is a major supplier of polymer. That's the material that they use to do the sachet water, the rubber. That's where they've been importing it from. And so, because of what is going on in Iran, that rubber is of shortage. And I heard that the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry has announced that the planned increase in the sachet water prices will not take effect as earlier scheduled, because they said they have engaged with the industry players. The sachet water industry players. Ladies and gentlemen, recently I have been observing something, and this is unusual. After this issue came up, I have been observing something on our streets, and I sincerely hope that it's not here to stay. And this is my personal experience. As usual, the sun was doing what it does best, punishing everybody equally, which I wasn't exempted. I was very thirsty, so I reached into my pocket, confidently pulled out my 50 pesos, and approached several sachet water sellers, only to be met with a plot twist. Ladies and gentlemen, just to be told that sachet water no day, but then bottle day. Like how? The thing is, many sachet water sellers here in Accra are switching from sachet water to bottled water, especially in the evenings. If you take the stretch from Achimota to Amasamai, I am sure many of you might have encountered this. And you can confirm this. If you've noticed this too, kindly share your experience in the comment section. You see, this is the usual Ghanaian style. I call it economic policy meeting street level innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, there is something I don't understand here. Why is it that Ghanaian sellers are quick, so fast to increase prices when factors like fuel prices or the dollar rate goes up? At the same time, they are very slow or completely unwilling to reduce prices when those same factors go down. That is where my problem is. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Let's rewind a bit. Sachet water producers are saying that the cost is up because the supply is low. The supply of the polymer, the rubber they use to produce the sachet water, is of shortage. So they are saying that we must increase the prices of the sachet water. The government steps in like a strict parent and says, nobody is increasing anything here. And the market responds, okay, we won't increase it. We will just make it disappear. This is genius, absolute genius, isn't it? To the sellers, this is very good. And this is a strategy that they've been using. Look at this. Let's be honest. Our market women and sellers sometimes like to grind us smoothly. We were here when the dollar rate went down, and we saw how they were not willing to reduce the prices of goods. We've been quiet for too long. And maybe it's time we start speaking up about this attitude, especially with our market women and small-scale traders. Now, what are we witnessing? What we are witnessing is not just about water. This is a serious issue. I will call it the Economics 101, the Ghanaian edition. Anytime there is fluctuations in fuel price and dollar rate, demand stays high because Charlie, people still need water because the sun is hot. But supply quietly reduces because producers and sellers say we don't really care about reduction. And the market finds a creative loophole, ladies and gentlemen. And that loophole is, if we can't increase the price, we just need to change the product or make it disappear totally. That is the strategy. So now instead of 50 pesos sachet water, instead of them to maintain the actual price, they are going to stop selling the 50 pesos sachet water, and you are going to get 4 cedis bottled water. So same test, premium suffering. And at this point, I am even tempted to go back to our old school penyin sachet water. So my dear Gen Zs, if you don't know what penyin is, you can see it on the screen. This is what we used to drink in those days, and it was so good. But let's be serious and honest. The sachet water economy in Ghana is not a small one. It employs thousands. It's the backbone of daily hydration. It's basically our unofficial national drink. That's what I'll call it. So when this chain is disrupted, the effect is immediate. This one, we beg the government and the relevant authorities. No long grammar, no politics. Please take action. This is no joke. Else we may be heading towards a national dehydration economy, trust me. If the prices of water increases, there's a problem. Maybe you don't see anything wrong with it, but there's a problem. Because these sellers are not protesting. That's how they are. Our market women and these sellers, they don't protest. They don't argue. It's not as if they are even disobeying. They will adjust intelligently. And I know their style. I call it the silent rebellion. Before you realize, they've taken sachet water out of the system, or they've increased the price. You see, if you don't take this issue seriously, very soon you, the consumer, will be standing there negotiating with your test. You ask yourself, should I agree to bottle water, or I should go home and drink tap water? And you know what is happening now with our tap water. I don't want to go into it. Or maybe you will say, well, I'll drink a bula. The same vein, you know what is happening in Ghana right now for you to go and drink a bula. Especially if you are in a mining and galamsey areas. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be clear here. Government intervention on this particular issue should be very strategic. I know the government wants to protect consumers, but I think that is not the line the government should toe. I will propose that the government should address the root cause problems by engaging the producers of these sachet waters. They should engage the sellers and other stakeholders in the industry to find sustainable support systems for them, so that they wouldn't feel that increasing the price is the only means of escape. When you support them in their production, we can maintain the same price even though supply is low. That is the angle we should go. Because controlling price alone is like putting plaster on a leaking dam. The water will always find its way. Yes, polymer shortage is here and production cost has increased. But sachet water must remain 50 pesos. And this is what I am advocating for. I am saying this because there is a lesson I have learned. And I learned it the hard way. And the Ghanaian market system taught me this lesson. Markets are like water. You can try to control them. You can try to block them. But eventually, they will flow in another direction. Sachet water, I repeat, must remain 50 pesos. At least up to the end of this year. They shouldn't increase it. So government, please step in. Ladies and gentlemen, sachet water prices may not have increased officially, but if we don't take care, if you don't take it seriously, this situation must not be taken lightly. If not soon, we may all be welcomed into a new hydration economy. That's what I'll call. The same sun, same test, but upgraded prices. And this will cause a lot of problems. I tell you, water is a necessity. And when it comes to items like water, which is a necessity, if we want to increase price, we must slow down. I'll urge the government that he should rather put systems in place to support the producers, a way that their production can be supported so that they will maintain the same price for us, if not anything, up to the end of this year. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy once again, Sachet Kofi. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you again in another meaningful conversation.